Okay, so when I first, is this real? My brain kept asking me, is this real? I was feeling a little bit of like, how can it be? Because I resonated so much with the work that was available to me. And I just felt so nourished, supported in her words and her energy and what she was sharing. I actually did feel this beautiful pillar of light coming through me, and I was actually starting to rock. And I felt physically more energy in my body, and I was at ease. I felt like a peace inside of me, because before my conversation with French, I was not in a good state. I was really feeling like I was suffering, and the way my life was to that point was not, I just had to change. Something had to change now, or I felt like I was going to die or explode. It was that intense for me. And after the conversation, we were going to speak again, but we had a brief 20-minute conversation, but it was enough. I felt completely shifted, so shifted. I was so happy. I just felt like I felt nurtured and nourished in my soul, because I knew that I connected with something that was real and true for me, and I knew I was going to get support along the journey, and I was no longer going to feel like alone in that way. Not that I feel alone with my husband and my son, but I'm pretty just not being, I felt like this was going to help reconnect me to myself, which was going to allow me to teach my son to be connected to himself, and for me and my partner to have something that's so nourishing and something that's so deep and beautiful in our relating and our love, because I truly love my husband so much. And after that, I just felt natural. There was no trying. I didn't need to do anything or feel it or tell myself, or it just, the energy was there, and we were connecting, and it was effortless, and it was beautiful, and it was intimate, and it was rich and deep, like we were really feeling each other. And it felt like that beautiful, that you just felt so happy. You were like connected, you were feeling each other.
And there were new feelings?
There were new feelings completely, and I didn't have to try anything. It was just, basically there was a shift, and yeah, it was really obvious to my husband. He was really feeling, because he's like, wow. But yeah, I felt really beautiful too. Ever since the conversation and the shift, I felt really, just, I've always like struggled with that, to really feel beautiful in myself, and I feel like beautiful in who I am. There was something that happened, and words can't exactly describe it, but it was the feelings, and that's something I always look for anyway. Something with work that's really full of integrity, and that's the only work I'll ever do. And it was, it's been amazing.
And now that you've had the appointment?
Yeah.
Let's talk about that.
Where do I start? That could be a couple of hours sort of thing. I feel even more shift, a really big shift. There's a deeper knowing, there's a connection that I have with myself. I feel like there's more wisdom now, and there's just a deep feeling of peace within me right now, and there's a feeling of a stronger connection to myself. And I feel like now, with the work that I keep practicing and keep integrating, I'm only on the path now to really connecting deeper to myself. And
did you feel like you were reacting to a session, or were you actually immersing yourself into you?
I felt like I was immersing myself deeper into me. There was no resistance. There was nothing that made me feel uncomfortable at all. And that is so important to me, to really feel that, to really feel comfortable, and to feel just a beautiful, loving energy, to feel a loving presence. I just feel so yummy right now. That energy feels really good, and I just, this is now something that I can keep continuing to deepen my connection.
And now maybe we can talk about your childbirth and some of the pain that was left in your body since then, and other things that occurred in your life.
Yeah.
And during the session, what happened?
Well, I did have a really difficult childbirth.
Mm-hmm.
It was natural in the end, but it was about 40 hours, so it was really painful, and I had a lot of resistance and a lot of fear. I had lots going on too, but I wasn't really aware of myself at all, and really connecting and allowing and surrendering. I had a fear of giving birth, and that's what was happening. But in the session today, Tasha was able to just unlock a lot of the pain that was stored on a physical and a cellular and an energetic level, and it was really quite painful. I actually had no idea that. I mean, I had sort of thought maybe the pain would keep, stored in my body, in my cells, but I just had no idea of the pain right then when she was putting the pressure in those spots, like inside my belly button and in my hips. And I had no idea that it was stored there, and we were able to release it. And as soon as I was going through the breathing, I actually felt the shift, and I felt it physically because there was no pain there anymore, but energetically something just changed immediately within the breath.
Right.
Yeah.
And there was a time that I touched you on the hip and I was massaging you there, and there was one point just suddenly there was a shift again.
Yeah. It just happened like that.
And suddenly, shift.
Yeah, suddenly it just shifted.
It wasn't as if it was being pulled out or massaged out, it just shifted. That's the difference.
It just shifted.
Yep.
I had no expectation. I didn't know what, it was sort of surprise, because I didn't really think about the pain in my hips. I just hadn't thought about it, but yeah, it's pretty amazing. So now it felt pretty good. I was going somewhere really deep and nourishing, and then just waking up feeling just amazing. Just a gentle, really gentle. It was like a beautiful, soft, gentle energy. I just felt wrapped in just peace, and I was secure, and I was safe. And it just feels, really good. I'm still feeling it now.
That was,
Yeah. It was,
So you feel like you've kind of gone out there and collected something that you needed and brought back, perhaps?
Oh, totally. Yeah. It's like, it's words can't describe the shift that's internal. But I feel totally like it's given me something that I've needed, like healing, just to show me just the way of being, and it's helped anchor that for me. So now that I can practice and implement it into my life,
and everything matters,
and everything matters.
Being given a beginning for a day, an exercise to do, to connect.
Yep, absolutely. So I've been given exercises to do. There's actually quite a few things that Tasha's given me to do, so just trusting that my body will remember them, which it will, because I definitely remember the need to do to deepen my connection to myself and being in the being state, which I really...
And the physical exercises out there?
Yeah, and the physical exercises.
And how to connect with the food?
Yeah, and how, oh my God, connecting with the food, it's all just part of the whole thing of being. Like one of the most important things to me. Yeah.
And without words.
And without words, totally.
Yeah. Wonderful. Happy about that?
Yeah, oh my God.
Fantastic. Well, we'll have you up on the net.
Yeah.